Alright, we're now going to continue with my birthday special for Frankie. We are going to play Jeopardy for the PlayStation 3. This is the third segment I'm doing.
This is Jeopardy!
Alright, here we go.
Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
There's Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. And
Yeah,
thank
Alex
you, ladies
isn't
and
in the
gentlemen.
PlayStation
Welcome.
4
Let's take
version
you right now into the
of this
Jeopardy
game.
round.
And yes, folks, they did release a PS4
Those are
version a
worth
few days ago.
$200 to $1,000 in these categories. The solar system.
Alright, we got the solar system.
A in
A
science.
in science.
Elvis lyrics.
Elvis lyrics.
Biosphere.
Biosphere.
My Spice.
My Spice.
And 21st century bestsellers.
I'll start
Player
the
one,
solar
you
system
start.
for 200.
In December of 2006, NASA announced that water may have flowed on this planet's surface within the past decade. Okay, player 1.
Let's see. What is Venus?
Sorry,
That's not a good start.
anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, player 3.
No, it's not Pluto.
Anyone else?
Has to be Mars then.
Yes, player 2. Good. Player 2, start us. In 1980, Hermes, one of these objects, came within 300,000 miles of the Earth. Player 1.
Let's see. What is an asteroid?
You've got some.
There we go. Solar system for 600.
Player 1. On October 10th, 1846, 17 days after the discovery of this planet, its largest moon, Triton, was discovered.
What planet is
It's player 1.
Triton the moon for? What is Saturn?
Sorry, that's wrong.
Darn it. Back in the hole.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's what we wanted. Neptune.
Neptune.
Player 1. These solar discharges, consisting of light, heat, and cosmic rays, may last up to an hour. We're talking about flares.
Flares.
Player 1. In July of 2005, scientists announced the discovery of Eris, a dwarf planet larger than Pluto, in this belt. Let's hear it, player 1.
This is the Van Allen belt. This game is not going
Anyone
good
else
for
wanna
me at
have
all.
a
I'm at
guess
minus
on this?
1400.
Player 3.
Yes,
great.
it's
Good
like
idea.
belts.
Now,
That was a tough category.
Player 3, you're in command of the board as we continue, right? This deficiency of hemoglobin is often accompanied by a reduced number of red blood cells.
And be careful
Okay,
here, Mark.
player
Don't want to
three.
lose any more money. And Gina, no.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? It's player 2. That's correct.
Anemia, that's what they do.
Player 2, you start us off. This adjective means having a pH factor of more than 7. Let's
Come
hear
on,
it,
I
player
gotta
one.
get this one. What is adverse? Darn it!
Anyone else?
Tough clues. And this is supposed to be the Jeopardy round. This is supposed to be easier material.
Here's what we were looking for. Alkaline.
Alkaline.
We return to
I
you.
was thinking that too.
Kelly will present this clue.
The distance x that a runner will cover from a standing start is given by the equation x equals 1/2 at squared, where t is time and a stands for this.
Okay, player two.
Amplitude? No. Player 2's in the hole.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Player one?
What is acceleration?
That's right.
There we go.
Player one. The name of this one-celled protozoan comes from the Greek for change. Okay, player two. Good. And
Yeah.
we're back into some money. A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player two. Make us up. Samuel Eliot Morison won a Pulitzer for Admiral of the Ocean Sea, about this man who died in 1506. It's player one.
Who's Christopher Columbus?
Right.
Alright, let's
Player
finish
one,
Ains
you start.
science.
This type of shock is usually a severe allergic reaction, as to a bee sting. Here's the correct response. Anaphylactic.
Anaphylactic, okay.
Player one, choose
What
again.
about Elvis lyrics 200?
Never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Player two.
Yep, love me tender.
Player two, start us. The warden said, "Hey buddy, don't you be no square. If you can't find a partner, use a wooden chair."
Oh, I know this one. What is
Let's hear it,
Jailhouse
player
Rock? Elvis lyrics for 600.
Player one, if you can't come around, at least please telephone. Here's the correct response. Don't be cruel.
Don't be cruel. Elvis lyrics 800.
Player one. Ooh, I feel my temperature rising. Help me, I'm flaming. I must be 109. Okay, player one.
What is Burning Love?
Good, great.
Out of the hole.
Now,
Hopefully we stay there this time.
player one. No such number. No such zone. Yes, player one.
What is Return to Sender? Alright, I'm in the lead. Now we're getting
You get to
somewhere.
pick again,
Biosphere
player
for
one.
400.
As he is the subject of 1918 and 1939 Pulitzer Prize winners, perhaps the books should be read with bifocals. Here's the correct response. Benjamin Franklin.
Okay, let's...
Player one, choose
My
again.
Spice 200.
The Ceylon, or tree type of this spice that's good on toast, is buff-colored and mildly sweet. Player one,
What is Cinnamon?
that's it.
My Spice for 400.
Player one. The name of this spice, important in Asian incense, can also refer to a small piece of garlic. We're talking about clove.
Oh, clove. Ah, I should have known that.
You again. In a sushi bar, you will likely be offered some pickled this, so you can cleanse your palate between bites. Player two.
Paprika?
That's not it.
No.
else want to hazard a guess on this?
Alright, I've got a 50-50
Yes, player one.
shot here. What is ginger?
Good.
I picked the right one. My spice 800.
Selecting Brassica Yungsia is the brown or Indian type of this spice. The correct response is mustard. Player one. Popular in spaghetti sauce, wild marjoram is more commonly known by this name. It's player one.
What is oregano?
That's correct. Select again.
Biosphere 600.
Mockingbird is a portrait of this Southern writer. Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Faulkner? No.
Anyone else? Player three.
Harper Lee.
Player three, you start. Queen of Fashion is subtitled, What She Wore to the Revolution. Here's the correct response. Marie Antoinette.
Marie Antoinette.
Player three, back to you for our next selection. In a bit of table turning, Poison Pen is an unauthorized bio of this woman who wrote a bio of Nancy Reagan. We're talking about Kitty Kelly.
Kitty Kelly. One category left.
Player three, you pick again, please. When Robert Ludlum died, this character of his lived on with his legacy, betrayal, sanction. Here's what we were looking for. Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne. Oh yeah, for the Bourne identity.
Player three, you pick again, please. This Tibetan, a noted big hitter, hit the list with the universe in a single atom. Yes, player one?
Let's see. Say who's the Dalai Lama.
Right you are.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Player one. Walter
Didn't think
Isaacson's
that's right.
biography of this scientist was based on the subject's personal letters. Player two.
Albert Einstein. Yep.
Player two, you start. She is the subject of Carl Bernstein's A Woman in Charge. Let's hear it, player two.
Oh, it's not Condoleezza Rice.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Alright, it's 50-50.
Yes,
I'll
player
try.
one.
Who is Hillary Clinton? Yep, and I get the last clue.
Here's the $1,000 clue.
It's the daily double for the round. Alright.
The daily double. And you're in the lead.
Alright, I've got 3,600. I'll just go for 400.
Here is your clue. The lost files of this Carolyn Keene sleuth provide an interactive guide to her cases.
Who is Nancy Drew?
That puts you even
Could have risked
further
more,
ahead.
but that's okay. I've got $4,000.
Going first in the Double Jeopardy round, which starts after this.
Alright, I've got 4,000 at the end of the Jeopardy round. Player 3 is 1,200. Player 2 has no money. He's going to pick first in Double Jeopardy. We'll have that round for you after this.